Google is betting big on India. The tech giant has announced a massive $15 billion investment to build its biggest AI hub outside of the United States. The hub will be built in the city of Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. It will include a 1 gigawatt scale compute capacity data center, a new international subsea gateway, and large-scale energy infrastructure. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke directly to Google CEO Sundar Pichai to discuss the initiative today. Posting on social media after the interaction, Pichai said he was delighted to share the plans for the first ever Google AI hub in Visakhapatnam with the Prime Minister, and highlighted how the project will help accelerate AI innovation and support India's growing digital economy. Responding to Pichai's post, the Prime Minister welcomed the announcement as a transformative moment for India's AI ecosystem and stressed on how the investment aligns with the government's vision for India to become a global AI powerhouse. India is a critical growth market where nearly 1 billion users access the internet. The country has been increasingly attracting major multinational tech companies to invest in cloud and AI infrastructure. Microsoft and Amazon have already invested billions into building data centers. The announcement comes at a time when India-US diplomatic ties have been strained over tariffs levied by the Trump administration. Modi has frequently spoken about digital sovereignty and building indigenous technology capabilities. Recently, Indian ministers have been promoting apps and software made by Indian tech companies as viable alternatives to big tech. The Google investment will take place over the next 5 years. The infrastructure is expected to support India's rapidly growing AI computing demand. The International Monetary Fund has raised India's growth forecast to 6.6%, citing growth and strong domestic momentum that offsets the impact of US tariffs on Indian goods. India's GDP expanded 7.8% in the April-June quarter, helping it remain the world's fastest-growing major economy. The IMF says the upgrade was driven by a carryover effect from a strong first quarter, even as 50% US tariffs weighed on exports. World Bank and the Reserve Bank of India have echoed the optimism. Meanwhile, the IMF has sharply cut India's inflation forecast, reflecting a broad-based moderation in prices. Retail inflation fell to an 8-year low in August and stayed below 2% for a second straight month. The fund said inflation across several Asian economies, including India, Malaysia, the Philippines and Thailand, surprised on the downside. IMF chief Kristalina Georgieva praised India's bold structural reforms, citing tax overhauls, a digital payments ecosystem, and the rollout of Aadhaar as transformational steps driving sustainable growth. Georgieva said India had proved the world wrong by successfully implementing digital identity at scale and becoming a key global growth engine. The IMF noted that while global growth is expected to slow to around 3%, India continues to stand out as a bright spot among emerging economies.